give it a minute, get more people on. I ain't been on in a while. It's been a long, say Pasadena on the check-in. I'm in Pasadena right now myself. Ain't that something? What's up, Eric? Inglewood in the house for sure. Inglewood, Pasadena, both of them in LA County. Um, Where at in Pasadena, I'm at the Flint Red Center. I got an office over there. Matter of fact, we're gonna have a meeting in the not in the morning, about an hour. Meeting at 6 o'clock at 236 West Mountain. So if you're in the Pasadena area, come join us, man. We're gonna be talking about how to get employed, how to stay employed, how to keep a job, keep a relationship, hold your family down. Some people don't need it, but some people do. Yeah, yep. Uh, Trying to wait for people to come on. I just hung up the phone, man. I just had a conversation with Marcus Nunn, China Dog. Him and Lil C's. I put them together on the phone, man. Just had a decent conversation with two OGs. I was thinking to myself, man, I ain't been on live in a long time. I ain't interviewed no people, none of that, you know. I've been in the streets, candlelight vigils, balloon release, but I haven't interviewed nobody. So um, just logging on. La Canada. Yes, indeed. No, I'm not in La Canada. No, I'm the Flint Ridge Center is around the corner from the Rose Bowl, like Lincoln and Mountain. Put it like that. Nope, not west. I'm right here. I mean, I could walk out this building and be at the Rose Bowl. It's about a 7, 8 minute walk and a 2 minute drive. I'm at Lincoln and Mountain, right where the freeway overpass is. The name of the building is Flint Ridge, but it's not La Canada Flint Ridge. It's not that city. So I don't know why they call the building Flint Ridge, but yeah, I'm right here in Pasadena. It's the heart of Pasadena. I'm right around the corner from Sunset Park. 7, 8 minutes, I could be on Sunset walking behind Jackie Robinson Park. Of course, you know, I can cross the street and be at La Pintoresca Park. I'm right here. I'm right here. This is Pasadena. So, yeah, pretty much in the hood, man. If I could be at the park at Sunset Park, if I could be at Jackie Robinson, I'm pretty much in the hood, around the corner from the King's Manor, down the street from the Snake Pit. You know, the Snake Pit Summit is right there. I could be at Summit in about 10 minutes. So yeah, I'm right here, man. I'm right where it happens in Pasadena. But yeah. So man, I ain't been on in a while. Just trying to see what's going on, what's happening. Like I said, I just got off the phone with Lil C's from Inglewood and China Dog. His birthday's coming up May 7th. Also, today is Nasty Ed birthday from Inglewood, one of the original Chain Gang. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, the West Side PDLs. Yeah, yep. And your Crip brothers. Yep, that's the Crip brothers out here would be the Raymonds, Pasadena Raymonds, Altadena Blocks. Yep, they all out here. The Altadena Blocks. Sometimes they come to the groups we have. Just depends on who. Not none of the youngsters, but the older dudes. Yep, definitely the L gang. Yep, they out here. Oh, okay. You in Dallas? All right, real good. But just know that, man, wherever I go, man, I bring peace. I ain't bringing the foolishness. That don't come with me. Yeah. 7 years ago, Dallas, real good. Yeah. All right. Well, shit. I'm on here, man. I ain't been on in a while. I'll tell y'all now. Instagram shut down my second call Wolfpack page. Hopefully they'll be putting it up in a couple of days. And I got a message today from YouTube saying I'll be violating the guidelines. So it looked like they want to silence me, man. They want to shut me down, shut my voice down. I don't know what it's about, but I figured I'm gonna come on here live and let y'all know, man. Tell everybody to like and subscribe. I'm sure that the more I get, the more they're gonna want to shut it down. But man, I ain't showing no guns. I ain't got no naked girls on here. But they say I'm violating the guidelines. I showed the homie Fatty from Swans got killed, and I showed his balloon release, his candlelight vigil, and yeah, yeah, I got to get my own website. You're absolutely right. I got to make it happen. So, just giving y'all the heads up that they shut down my Instagram. They're trying to shut down my YouTube. Um, I guess that's what they did to everybody else who came before me. I ain't got no pistols, no guns. I ain't got no girls with their breasts out. None of that on my pages, and they still coming from me. Yeah, Fatty from Swans BIP. That's the homie Tata. I guess his gang name was Tata. Family called him Fatty. Real name Darnell. Real good dude, solid brother, man, doing the work. Walked into a liquor store. The dudes came in the liquor store trying to get the youngsters and ended up getting him. So, and the homie Q Ball from 74 Hoover died yesterday. He wasn't that old either. He do the work. Um, you know, real bad news hitting the streets of LA right now. Uh, Fatty got killed doing the work, and Q Ball died. So it's man, we can't go a week or two without somebody, um, that do the work, that stop the foolishness and the bullshit. Can't go a week or two without it happening. So today is Nasty Ed birthday. Nasty Ed, one of the original Chain Gang. He is one of the original Inglewood families. Um, got a shout out, a happy birthday to him. I think he about 67, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, but he's alive and well. Um, this coming up, the 7th, is going to be Marcus Nunn birthday. China Dog from Ludus. I think he gonna be like 64 or something like that. He ain't that old, 64 maybe. I don't know. But shout out to him. I don't know what he gonna be. I'm gonna find out. But yep, here I got a picture on my page. Saturday, I'm on Crenshaw with and it says Bear Claw, the trilogy. So y'all look on that. Look online for that. Look on the Skipp Townsend the community. The pictures that I posted, and the picture is of F Bone and Bear Claw and Baby Bear Claw. And the reason I said it's the trilogy is because F Bone is the original Bear Claw. And Bear Claw is not Big Bear Claw, he's Little Bear Claw. So I got all three of them on together in one picture. So I don't know anybody else who got that. I'm in the middle, just in case somebody wants to steal my picture. You can't steal my picture and X me out because it'll be a gap in the middle. But anyway, God bless you, Skip. Gerald Parker, appreciate that. Appreciate it. So look, if y'all got any questions, anything you want to ask, man, what's going on in LA? Matt Ronald got his time. I probably ain't been on here since Matt Ronald got his time. Looking for looking for uh, the date when he'll come home. Probably be 2025. Not too far from now. We're gonna give it like a year and a half, maybe 2 years at the most. So looking forward to that. My homeboy Big Reese died. Some of y'all know Big Reese. A legend in the 20s. My homeboy Tiny Bo died. Tiny Jimbo is dead, man. We're about to have his funeral next week. You know, the homie Pie from Outlaws. You know what? I do not know. I do not know where Pie is. I can make a phone call and find out if he all right. I work with brother James Muhammad, which is twin from Outlaws. Shit, he know where everybody at. And I'm real close with the homie Slim from Outlaws. He around. His brother Fred. Release every time promise being made. The enemy. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed, man. It's A lot of enemies out there, and sometimes the enemies don't even look like enemies. Sometimes they look just like me, and they be the enemies too. So I gotta watch them. You know what I mean? Either time with him in '99. Where was y'all at? Because I got out in '99. If y'all was in LA County Jail. Money news on Lil Hawk from Crenshaw Mafia. Yes, Lil Hawk got at me. Ain't that something? Lil Hawk got at me and said he's getting out soon. That's a wonderful thing, man. I want to scoop him up as soon as he get out. Want to do an interview with him. Want to, talk about shit, the young soldiers, the banging on wax. Um, Shit. By the time he get out, the case over with, so we could talk about his case. Where he going, what he doing. Oh, y'all was in Supermax in '99. Okay. I end up going to. I went to Medium North. I was in the working dorm. I was doing the utility crew. So yeah, I was in Supermax too, but not for long. Oh yeah. Oh, I know it was going down. Man, motherfuckers was walking out. Man, it was four bloods, four bloods, and Supermax when I was in there, and the rest was Crips, and the Crips was taking over. Timmy Tucker, he was the he was the main character. He home now, and he said he gonna come do my show too when he get out the transitional housing. But Timmy Tucker was running a hell of a module. Wasn't before Bloods, and he was like, "Hey Skip, y'all got to get them sugars back. Y'all got to give the little homie Faux Cent. I don't know if y'all ever ran in the Faux Cent, not the Faux Cent that rest in peace. May he rest in peace, but little Faux Cent, little Timmy, I forgot his last Stallworth, little Timmy Stallworth, straight gangster. I know some people say he went bad, but little Timmy Stallworth told me, he said, Skip, if we give them the sugars, they gonna want the meats. If we give them the meats, shit, what else they gonna want? And just for it, he convinced me, like, tell Timmy Tucker from A Trey, his baby Timmy Tucker. He said, tell Timmy Tucker, man, they gotta get it the way Tyson got the title in the '80s. So it's four of us against about 16 of them, and we just put our back against the wall. And you know, little Faux Sim was like, shit, he's like 5'2", 135 pounds. Uh, Shit, we put our back against the wall. Me, him, a dude from Peblos, Denali from PDL, and we put our back against the wall in Supermax, man, and waited long enough, and they started fighting each other. So, man, you just reminded me of that. That was some hell of a shit. Yeah, I was waiting on the chain. To an interview with Tupac, Step Pops. Man, if I could reach him, I could. Man, I surely would, no question. Um, I got action at Tupac's cousin. His cousin is Serge. I don't know if y'all remember hearing them songs where he said Manute, Paint, Bogart, Sad Dog, Serge. Serge is the one who brought him to Inglewood. Brought Tupac to Inglewood. That's his cousin. Picked him up from the airport, took him to a birthday party for Manute, and that was it. He connected with Manute and Psych. Psych had Thug Life, Evil Mind Gangsters. I mean, him and Domino and Mental. So yeah, I could. I don't know if I can get to him, but if I can get to uh, Tupac Step Pops, I surely would do that interview. Let me see here. Blessings, much love, man. I appreciate that. Appreciate it, Nick. All right. Said I just want to log on, man. Say what's up to everybody. I'm still alive and well. I'm not dead or in jail. I just haven't been doing a whole bunch of interviews, but just want y'all to know too, man. The powers that be are serious, trying to take down my content, saying it violates community guidelines, and I don't post nothing that's negative. But still, in all, it's up to interpretation. So I don't know what's gonna happen, but shit, if I can get y'all to tell everybody to like and subscribe, be on here, um, push my numbers up. I don't know if that's gonna help keep me alive or if that's gonna help take it down, but just know that I'm always gonna push the positive. For the y'all who missed it, Matt Ronalds in the penitentiary. I don't have his hookup, but he'll be out 2025. That's a blessing. Shit, Tiny Jimbo from 20s. He got stabbed. A girl stabbed him. He died. Homie Reese, man, he had a stroke. Then he had another stroke. He died. Fatty from Swans got killed. Mustafa, which is Fats from Swans, he died as well. Had a heart attack round about January, somewhere around maybe February. Matter of fact, it was around right before Super Bowl. Um, the homie Rusty from Blackstone, they used to call him Sir Can. He died as well. Man, people that used to be the shit, most of them is dead. I had the opportunity to go to Sacramento. I want to give a shout out to Killer Kev. I don't know if the Blackstones is watching, but that dude is a doctor. He got his doctorate. Man, a dude that I know that used to go down the hall by himself and fight. Used to go to the bus stop and get down with the Crips every day. The dude got a Porsche, a beautiful house in Sacramento. The dude is a doctor. So let that be an inspiration to y'all. He had a drink or two. That's the only reason why I didn't interview him when I was out there, because he had a couple drinks, and I want to show him at his best, because the brother then came from a lot. I know where he came from because I used to watch him. I was sitting right there with him in 79, 80. The brother went to Tracy, was in the hole because he stabbed a lot of people. But this dude he's a doctor now. Not that he gonna work on somebody, but he got his doctorate degree. So yes, indeed. Yep. From the air, we had the phone booths. Oh yeah, we had the phone booths. Yes, indeed, we had the phone booths, man. A lot of dudes lost their legs, lost their life, lost their eyesight, going in them phone booths to answer calls, to call somebody and tell them, "Hey, come open the door, I'm on my way," or getting a page. The pager go off, and they have everybody had a code. They leave a street number, or the girls leave 304, like, upside down as a hoe. So, everybody would leave I don't know Fly from the Pebbles. I know Fly from Villains, Swanee Fly. I know Fly from the Pebbles. All right, I see that. Femio and Ruble. Yep, got it. Oh, okay. Lil Flash from the Stones. Yes, indeed. Ultrasound technician in Oakland. Yeah, Big Flash should be coming home soon. Anthony. Yep, I remember Lil Flash. Yeah, I agree. We don't have enough information. I'm looking at this herbalist shout out. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, a lot of people need to start eating garlic, onion and garlic and stuff, man. There's too many people out here drinking, man. I'm telling y'all the truth, man. They're getting the 1800, the silver, all that. Everybody out here drinking, and then after a certain amount of time, man, the body shuts down. And that's why a lot of 48-year-olds, 52-year-olds is dying, because their body's shutting down. If I live to November, said I'm 59 plus one. This is my 60th year on Earth. So, man, I'm looking forward to being alive November 21st. November 20th is my birthday. So, yeah, little Swanee Fly. Oh, yeah, Katrina, that's poison. No question. Yep. All right, well, shit, if y'all ain't got no questions for me, I got 41 people, but 31 likes, man. Can I get y'all to like this right here so I can get these numbers up? You can share it, you can whatever. Just giving y'all a briefing. Oh, my mentor died. I know if y'all know Harry Belafonte. Um, Man, he did so much for the community. He gave his career up to help people. I want to say black people, but he didn't. He gave his career up to help people in general. So I want y'all to Google Harry Belafonte. He the one who funded Martin Luther King Jr. Martin Luther King Jr. made about $8,000 a year, and Harry Belafonte helped fund all the trips that he took to India and all these other places. So big ups to him, because he's the one. A lot of people give Sidney Poitier the credit, but Sidney Poitier didn't want to go. Harry Belafonte used to take him down south, and they would give their money away. Attorney Tony Curtis, Marlon Brando, a lot of white actors would listen to Harry Belafonte. He took my mentor, Bo Taylor, Tavis Smiley, and James Ingram to Africa. I didn't go, but I'm gonna tell you, I was blessed to be in the room when they got back, and they was talking about the trip and telling me and laughing and joking and all the stuff that they had seen. And Harry Belafonte introduced Bo Taylor, and Bo Taylor is Bozo out the schoolyards, but he introduced Bo to the president of Venezuela, and the president had his top doctors do eye surgery for Bo for free. Now that's the type of relationship, type of love that I'm talking about. So even though Bo was Bozo from Schoolyard, he's the one who organized all the West Side peace treaties back in the days. Him and the '60s, him and Cat and Keita Rock, they had a group called Rise, and they started bumping heads. They was messing with Cubone from Broadway. They was messing with Daoud Sherrill and all the people in Watts, and that's where Bo was getting his inspiration from. But he took it to another level. So you guys look up Harry Belafonte, man. He gave, a lot of his money, gave a lot of his life, gave everything to the legacy of Bo Taylor, James Ingram, which eventually came to me. Those are my mentors, James Ingram, rest in peace, the singer, and Bo Taylor. So, all right, I see y'all hooking up. Be Black and Katrina. Y'all switch numbers before I get off. Skip us up with Delano from VNG and Pep from the Jungles. Man, Pep mama just died, man. I think her funeral is Wednesday. Miss Bell. We're going to have her funeral. I'm going to do everything I can to be there, man. Pep and Fred, that's brothers, and Giovanna, that's their sister. So, yeah, their mama died. Yeah. Oh man, there go my family right there. Yeah, of course, man. I'm gonna do something for that 59 plus one birthday there, man. Yep, you invited. That's family right there. Um, it says so. He was like Jim Brown. No, Harry Belafonte is not like Jim Brown. Harry Belafonte was bigger and better than Jim Brown. Jim Brown didn't give up his career to help people. Jim Brown gave up his football career to go into acting because that was too hard on his body. But Jim Brown in 1988 invited Dawu Sherrill, T. Rogers, all these other people. Man, I don't want to forget nobody, but he invited them all to his house. Tweet, also, what's the name? Twilight Bay. Jim Brown invited everybody. Oh, Dwayne Moody would have all these dudes at his house. Mike Conception. And he said, man, how are we going to stop the violence? So Jim Brown took a major role, took a major step in helping reduce the violence, but he didn't give up his career. Harry Belafonte gave up his career to help people worldwide. USA for Africa. He helped the little girl that got arrested at 5 years old in Florida. He was helping Bo Taylor with the violence in LA. Harry Belafonte was worldwide. When I want to say that Jim Brown's American program helped start Unity 1, Unity 2, all the second call, all these things. So I don't want to take nothing from Jim Brown, but it's two totally separate things. Harry Belafonte had NBC TV shows. He was the first one. Matter of fact, he's the first dude to sell 1 million records. Just imagine that. So he could have just comfortably sat back and not said nothing, but he voiced his opinion. He was holding white girls' hands on his NBC special. So NBC canceled him. Not because he kissed her, not because he just held her hand. And they said, you can't. They told him in advance, don't do that. Don't touch that white woman. And he did. So Jim Brown, I took my hat off to him because he helped organize all of South LA, Compton, and Watts, and what we were doing to bring unity and peace before the riots. So I tip my hat to him, but he's not the same as Harry Belafonte. Yeah. Let me see if I can. I don't even know Bunny Hunter BJ. I can't even say I do. Yep, James Ingram, rest in peace. You know me by another name. Oh yeah, y'all still dating. Be Black and Katrina, man. Y'all switch numbers, man, because I'm about to go to this meeting, man. I just give much love, most respect. Appreciate that. If he played sports at Baldwin Hills Park back in the days, then yes. So let's keep pushing the positive conversation. Much love from Park Hill. And I got major love for Park Hill, man. I was just talking about Park Hill yesterday. Um, Park Hill, Denver. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, much love for Park Hill, man. Might be going out back out there real soon. I got major love for Denver. Yeah, because they real. DJ Quick told you back in the song, he said in Denver. He didn't say they want to be like Compton. He said they just like Compton. Uh, so skip one time. Good think he ain't never gonna die because every hood gonna come out. Celebrate his life. Man, y'all just don't know, man. I appreciate all the love on here. Y'all don't know, man. Dudes done, man, I'm getting threatened, man, at least twice a year. I just want y'all to know that I'm getting death threats at least twice a year. And I already got one for this year. I got it last month. It wasn't a death threat, but dude said, "Hey man, you unprotected." I was like, "Bro, that don't sound like fighting words to me, man. How you gonna tell me I'm unprotected? If you want to fight me, you just said, hey Skip, I need to meet up with you. We need to get down or something like that." I said, when you tell me I'm unprotected, you telling me, man, that you want to shoot me or something? And he was like, man, take it how you want to take it. That ain't what I'm saying, but you know, whatever. But if you take it that way, then that's cool. And I'm like, damn, how could you, how could you be so mad at me at what I'm doing? And what I'm doing is God's work. But trust and believe, for every 100 people on here talking about, hey, prop Skip, we love you, this and that. Trust and believe there's somebody saying, man, if I get the opportunity, I'm gonna do something to him. So I always appreciate the love. I appreciate that positive conversation. Yeah. Um, all right, y'all. I think I told y'all everything. All right. I still got some time, man. Y'all got some questions? Hit me up. Yeah, the devil hate God's work. You absolutely right. Absolutely right. So yeah, they come for me. Don't think they don't. Don't think it's an easy walk. Man, I was on Western and Imperial today. Y'all know how that go, right? So one side of Western don't like the other side of Western. And they grow up together, they brothers. But they damn show Imperial and Western don't like El Segundo and Western. They don't give a shit. It just don't get along. So I'm in there and a dude come in and he say, man, Skip. And he got a mask on. I can't tell who he is. I'm like, man, who is that? He said, man, you don't know me. And came and gave me a hug and, you know, it was all love. And, you know, that's the type of stuff I'm talking about. Um, you know, that type of love right there where shit, I'm in places where shit, I'm just bouncing in for a minute and I get that love. But when I'm around people who know me, who've been knowing me for years, trust and believe, they talk behind my back and say, man, he ain't shit. He ain't this and that. Like I said, I took a picture with all the bear claws the other day. And there were people who got at me and said, man, how you going to help them have peace and you ain't helping us over here? And I'm like, well, shit, these dudes is embracing me. These dudes are saying, what's up, Skip? What you want to do? A lot of other dudes, y'all ain't saying that. So I'm a fuck with the ones who want to fuck with me. You know what I mean? Even though some people might not like it, but that's just how it go. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. The squigglies, of course, man. Got much love for the squigglies. I hate it. I come from the old school, man. Back in the '80s, we used to come out here to Pasadena, and we go to the Snake Pits, or we go to the back on Sunset behind the Kings or whatever the project we call them projects, and we'd be back there, man. And life was good, man. Didn't nobody care, you know. You find somebody's sister or shit, they baby mama, whatever. They like, man, I don't care about her. You know, we make it clear, okay, we come here for one reason, and shit. By the next morning, said them girls done like the dudes. Either they went back to LA with us or people done spent the night, but everybody was everybody and everybody was good. And then about 1993, man, we started separating, and you know, gotta watch out because everybody don't like each other no more. So what I like to do is try to get everybody. I don't even want to say try. I do this. What I do is I get people together who normally won't get together. Get them to sit down, man. Let's chop it up. Let's eat. You know. So with the PDLs and the squiggly lanes, y'all grew up together. Y'all brothers, sisters. You know, it's the same. It was the same to me. You know, it's the same thing with Ludus Park and the mob, man. They come up together. It was the same thing. If I diss one, I'm dissing the other. With Fruit Town and Treetop, if I diss one, I'm dissing the other. Back in the days, but now we find reasons when there's nobody else to trip on. Let me tell you who we gonna trip on: each other. Just imagine that. Imagine you go home every day. Shit been hard, rough, out there fighting in the streets. If ain't nobody to trip on when you get home, your brother wearing your clothes, your sister done snuck a op in the house, we gonna start fighting in the house. You know what I mean? That's just how I go. We're gonna look for reasons to fight each other when we don't have nobody else to fight, man. It's just like going to jail. Like how you said, be black when you was talking about going to Supermax. It's the same thing. We're in Supermax, so what we gonna do? We gonna fight each other. You know, that's just how I go. So yeah, it is what it is, man. And yeah, it's too bad, but yeah, I appreciate all the love. I appreciate y'all following. Appreciate y'all being here, uh, hanging out with me. I got um I got a couple of interviews I'm gonna do probably around the end of May. I'm gonna interview this dude named Fagan. So I'm gonna tell y'all who Fagan is. Fagan is infant G Bob from '60s, and you know he got a little reputation hitting the yard when wasn't no neighborhoods on the yard, and he refused to roll up. That's what a lot of people remember him from. He didn't roll up, and they told him, man, you got to get. They don't let neighborhoods on the yard, and he said, fuck it, I had to get down. I get down. But now what I want to say is when he came home, he he's a superintendent. He's a superintendent for a construction company that is the general contractor. That means when other subcontractors come on that job and they superintendents is 50 and 60 years old, Fagan, not even 40 yet, is their boss. So, you know, he's working right there on Crenshaw. So I'm going to do an interview on him and talk about the positive steps that he did. One of my homeboys, Lil Man is from Harvard Park out of LA, and Little Man is the general foreman on that same job. And said he's when Little Man's on that job, Little Man's in charge of all the electricians, but Fagan's in charge of everybody who worked there. So Little Man actually works for him, even though he don't. So them is the type of things, man. I want to expose y'all to that there are people out here doing good in the world, and they just not people who went to college or something, got a bachelor's or a master's. Some of them went to the penitentiary, came home, and now they doing good stuff and working together. Yep. Keep up the good works, NHBPSN. No question, man. That's how I was raised, NHBPS. So let me tell y'all about that, man. Growing up, if you came to Second Ave Park, you couldn't tell the difference. You ain't know who from 20s, who from Blackstone. You know, and then when we used to say that too, Blackstone, sometimes we say City Stone or the Biddy. But when you're around the Blackstones, you don't know who from the Biddy and who from Jungles. Ain't nobody tripping like that. But then when you go on 29th and Van Buren, you don't know who from Fruittown Brim and who from 20s because they all together. That's how I grew up. I grew up when shit, I'm just calling everybody a homie. That was it. So yeah, BPSN, neighborhood. And the same thing with NHPs. When we was in Inglewood, there wasn't no difference. NHB and NHP is the same thing. So um, I don't know. I don't know why things is different now. Yes, indeed, Katrina. That is Lil Man. That's my homeboy. He did 27 years, but back in the days, we used to walk up and down Somerset. We were some Somerset hustlers. Never claimed it like that, but now that it's years later, yeah, I can't I can't deny it. We was on Somerset, mixing all the girls on Somerset and chasing the Crips off Somerset. So Kenny Hurst, man, I'm clowning. Nobody went to college, but yeah, it can be overrated. If I learn a trade, if I learn how to work with my hands and not choke people, strangle people, not want to fight people, but if I work with my hands building, I could be a carpenter. If I learn how to turn the power off and put all the wires together and figure out how many ohms and how many volts and how many whatever, learn how to be an electrician when I turn the power on when the lights come on. And if that's the case, then why do I need to go to college? Why can't I get into a trade? Why can't I learn sheet metal? Why can't I learn how to be a iron worker, a plumber? And I ain't talking about just a plumber in a house. You know, a lot of people think plumber, you think, oh, you take the toilet off and all that. No, I'm talking about where you got nothing but dirt. You got nothing but dirt, and now you got to bring in your pipes. You got to dig the holes. You got to shore the holes off at 4 feet. You got to get a blower to make sure there's nothing in there that's gonna kill you. Got to get a sniffer. I mean, a sniffer so you it a sniff if there's something that's harmful. It's so much in the building, and some people could be a safety inspector. You don't have to pick up a ladder. You don't have to pick up a hammer. But what you can do is you can know what ladder and hammer needs to be picked up, and you can go and walk the site and make sure that all the safety regulations are kept up. So Ken Herb, you ain't too old, brother. You could do that. You could be a safety inspector. Just I grew up in the woods. Man, man, no question. Back in the 80s, if a blood killed a blood, man, you're gonna have issues in that blood module. You're gonna have to get down every day. I remember the homie, I ain't gonna say his name, but the homie, man, solid dude, man. He out doing a robbery. He got the homie with him doing a robbery. And the dude shot at him, and the homie got shot. And he knew the homie died, so he put him in the alley behind the building in the jungles. And this a G homie, and he put him there and let everybody know he was there. But he had to take off because police looking for him. He been shot at, all this and that. Man, they worked him when he got to jail. He ain't even killed a homie, but when he got to jail, everybody was mad. Like, well, you let the homie die, and I mean, there was absolutely nothing he could do. If he'd have went to the hospital, he'd have went to prison for that. So he was trying to do everything, and the homies wasn't feeling it. Like, man, you tripped. But yeah, what's up, Blue Jay? Yeah, M Rock is straight, man. M Rock is straight. I haven't talked to him since that day, but his stepfather was out there, and he told me that he's good. Matter of fact, it might be today. I don't know if it was yesterday or yesterday. M Rock getting out the hospital. Yeah, everybody was putting out rumors that he died. He didn't die, man. It's crazy. I was right there at Seventh Ave, and he was on Manchester. I heard the shots go over there, and it was him. Yeah, M Rock is straight though. Make no mistake about it. Keep up the good work. Yes, sir. Uh, Let me say Katrina Big Bruno. Yes, indeed. Come on. If you know Lil Man, Big Bruno is actually Big Man. So if you know Lil Man, then you know Big Man. And Bruno got that rag 66 right now. Yeah. Oh yeah, both of them home. Big Man and Lil Man at home. Yep, yep, yep. Yes, indeed. Fly drones on construction site. Yes, indeed. That's part of it too. And yeah, you're absolutely right. That was the original bot that got hit during the robbery. And it wasn't the homie fault, man. They was two solid dudes. So you got these two dudes together, Big Bop and the other homie, man, they was solid as they come. Um, you know what I mean? But people looked at it different, and they want to fight the homie, man. Yep, yep, yep. Yeah, I got a food safety certification and a cake for watching out for my neighbor. Yes, indeed. Yep, that's another. See, a lot of people don't know that. A lot of people don't know that. You get them food safety certifications, get the safety certification on construction site, all that. Yep, Katrina, that's big man. It's my guy. Is a man still around from jungles? Damn, trying to figure out who that is. Milkman. Milkman I know is what you call it, little brother. Pepper, little brother from family. Uh, Pepper, and they got another brother too, because Pepper was somebody else's little brother. But Milkman is the youngest one. Pepper's like 2 years older than me, but I don't know Milkman from the jungles. I gotta think about that. Hurricane has something to do with Lil Mike's death. You know what, man? Yeah, my boy Bruce from 30s, from 39th Street, went to jail Mike's for Mike's murder. And shit, man, his lawyers called me up and wanted me to come, and testify on his behalf. So imagine that. I'm gonna tell y'all, I did, man. I said, man, that's my guy right there. He didn't even gangbang like that. But yeah, you're absolutely right. I was told that they had robbed the dude, the weed man, and the weed man came back and caught up with him. Had nothing to do with the 30s, even though the 30s was on one right then, because that's when Dwayne Capers had got killed. Russell Capers' little brother. They called him. I don't know them Capers, big buff motherfuckers. I can't remember their name. Hawk. I think his name is Hawk. Yeah. So you know, man, Hawk had got killed. Dwayne Capers got killed. So the 30s was shooting everything and everybody that moved. So everybody just imagined that the 30s did it, but um, I can't say for sure it was who it was because I wasn't there. But everybody said they had robbed a weed dude who had a spot on Gramercy, and they took his weed, and he came back. Yeah, K Down. Yeah, K Down. He didn't die. K Down got killed probably like I want to say somewhere around October, November of last year. K Down from Miller Gangster is dead. Yeah, he died. Some of the homie Milkman. I don't know. I can't think. Tell me, Charles, who was Milkman? Where'd he stay? Who'd he kick it with? Remind me of his, you know, K Down is HB Love. Yep, exactly. Light skin stayed on Steve Lee. Damn, I gotta know him. I gotta know him. I just can't think right now. Man, I was thinking about some Mr. Guys. Yeah, I just talked about that too, about Mr. Belafonte. That was my guy. I appreciate that, Comrade One. I beat to the real solid homie Brandon Stubblefield. Come on, man. When I used to drive a tow truck, we're called bird dog. So I drive a tow truck. I have a police scanner in the car so I could hear every accident. And sometimes I'm sitting there and I listen to the gang unit say that they got one in custody, Brandon Stubblefield. And I'm like, damn, they got the homie. That's Lil B Rock. Yeah, but yeah, he was solid. He told me something that was real crazy one day though. He told me, he said, my name ring bells in here. And we was in jail. And I said, man, that ain't cool, man. Don't raise your voice and tell me no shit like that. I say, man, my name ring bells in Memphis, in Vegas, in Arizona, in Oklahoma, all the places I sold dope, man. Don't tell me your name ring bells in jail. But yeah, that was definitely my little homie. We used to say A's for days. We see each other. I came to one class, it's like over 10 years ago. One of my homegirls, Cat. Uh, I don't remember, Katrina. Tell me when. Low man from Carver, I was in YA in 92. He lived on Steve Lee. Man, I gotta know him. I was on Steve Lee all the time. I was on Steve Lee in August. I was on Gibraltar. I was always over there. Yeah, K Down. I really didn't know K Down. I know HB, but I really didn't know K Down. But every time I hear about K Down, I heard he was solid on one of them yards. They say Milkman from Jungles is still alive. Well, I could find him. Tell y'all what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna find him. I'm gonna hit up the homeboy T-Ball or Green Eyed Mike. The whole Wheeler family. Skeet Ball is out of jail now from Blackstone. Matter of fact, I'm gonna be with all of them on Wednesday. Pep Mama funeral Wednesday, so I'm gonna be there Wednesday and ask who is Milkman. Yeah, Well, I'm gonna find him Wednesday. Do you know Big Dan and Time Bomb from Swans? Uh, I don't know. I don't. I can't think right now. Big Dan and Time Bomb. Yep, I know about that. At the market on Adams and Western before they built that little shopping center they got there. Yeah. Oh, Milkman's in the Valley. Okay. Yeah, Adams and Western used to have a gas station. It's the parking lot now for the AME building. But yep, I remember that gas station. Also on Washington. A lot of people don't remember Washington and Western had one too. I think it was a Shell station on Washington and Western. Both of them going northbound. Like if I'm coming from 29th, 27 at Adams, it was on the right hand side. I got to Washington on the side of the freeway. There was one at Washington now too. I used to live around the corner from it, as I know. What's up with Tilo? Man, he's doing. I ain't gonna say he's doing good, but he's alive and well from what I hear. When Pasadena has a now program. I always wore white khakis. All right. I'm sure when I see him, I'll remember. You know, because I back in the '80s, I was always around with Dirty Turk, T-Ball, Crazy Eyes. That was my crew. But also Wendell. Y'all know Wendell. Wendell used to take me places and call out the whole crew. We go in Sizzler, and man, he call out 4, 5 big buff dudes like me and Skip gonna get down with you. And you gotta understand, I was 120 pounds. And I was like, man, I gotta fight because I'm with Wendell. But shit, so I know Milkman. I just gotta remember. Depends on which Mo from 20s. You talking about Lil Mo or yeah, I remember the newspaper stand on Adams and Western. Yeah, of course, I heard about Harry. I talked about it earlier. Um, Sad thing, though. I don't know. I was gonna fly out to New York and go to the funeral, but they talking about they're gonna do something in the summer. So it means to me that I can't say for sure, but it sounds like they're gonna probably cremate his body then. Just Oh yeah, Charles Moore out. He walking up and down Adams. Yep. Yeah. That's Charles Moore Jr. His daddy, the big homie from Hoover family. That's the real Charles Moore. You talking about yeah, they called him Simo. I just seen him at Reese funeral. Um, yeah, so Mo around. Older than Milkman generation. Uh, yeah, I was around 83, 84. 83, 84, yeah, Sir Wendell. 83, 84, I didn't go home. I was in the jungles every night. I'd be in the avenues in the day, the jungles at night, or vice versa. Back then, it wasn't no different, man. It wasn't no different. 83, 84, man, we was all together. I don't know, Mad Boy. Man, I gotta go, y'all. 85, yeah. 85, I started staying in jail. They wouldn't let me out. And then 86, I went to the pen. I was gone 86, 87. You ever find out what happened to Lil Doc? No, I heard that Lil Doc did not get shanked. He didn't get hit. Um, yeah, I heard Lil Doc is straight. There's an older dude from East Coast in there and said that Doc did not get hit. That was a rumor that everybody's putting out, but no, it ain't true. All right, y'all. So look, man, like and subscribe. I gotta run. I got a class that started at 6. Um, yep, Sir Wendell. That was my guy. He trying to teach me how to be a G. And the way he taught me how to be a G is to walk up in any room and say, fuck all y'all. Let's get down. And I was like, man, that's not gonna work for me, man. I'm 120 pounds, man. I got this thing in my pocket and I'm gonna pull the thing out and hurt some people. And he said, nah, just come on, let's get down with him. So yeah, I tip my hat to Sir Wendell. He's crazy as a road lizard. But you know, them back in the days when you said little man, I thought you were talking about Chris Ransom. Nah, I don't know Chris Ransom. Little man is Charles Slay, uh, Six Deuce, Harvard Park. He's a general foreman for Moore Metals, IBW electrician. When he came home, he immediately went to warehouse jobs. He'd been gone 27 years. When I heard he was home, that was my partner, my homeboy, back when we was kids, like 13, 14 years old. So I started looking for him. Naomi Fred Dog got Worldwide Tacos, called me one day and said, "Hey, Lil here." And I said, "Man, I'm on my way." And when I seen him, he said, "Man, I was avoiding you, Skip." He said, "I don't know what you're doing." He said, "I thought you was trying to get me on a robbery or so, hit a lick with you or something." But I brought him in the second call, and he became an electrician within about a year or two. And now he's been an electrician and doing good off the road. It's been, shit, I want to say close to 9 years. So, life is good. All right, y'all, I got to go, man. If y'all want life to be good for y'all, man, here, I'm going to hit this up real quick, man. Secondcall.org, man. Come on, look me up and find out what I'm doing, man. I can help you too. You ain't got to get that college degree. And I ain't mad, Kenny Herbs, at those of you who got the college degree. I'm just saying, I want to help y'all do what y'all got to do. So, all right. Love, peace, and hair grease. I'm out of here. Skipp Townsend, and y'all like and subscribe, man. Make my numbers go up, man. Tell your kids, your wife, your husband, your baby mama, your baby daddy, like and subscribe. Skipp Townsend, man. Like I say, they trying to take my pages down. They trying to take my Instagram and not after my YouTube. All right, one love.